Hey everybody, it's Garret Comats here. It's Sunday, May 17th, 2026. And for Eintracht Frankfurt, the men's and women's Bundesliga campaigns are officially over for the 2025-2026 season. Bit of a mixed bag this weekend. The men coming into this weekend, their final matchup, hosting VfB Stuttgart, needing a win and drop points by Freiburg, who are taking on RB Leipzig to move up into 7th place, which would give them the UEFA Conference League football for the 26-27 season. Unfortunately, Freiburg defeated RB Leipzig, and Eintracht Frankfurt came back from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 with Stuttgart. Jonathan Burkhardt with both goals in the matchup for the Adler. 8th place is what this side will be finishing at for the season, and when you just look at a general, just a completely disappointing season. When you look at the hope coming off finishing 3rd in 24-25, when you look at the attack that was brought in, but I think the departures that took place before the season, Kevin Trapp going to France, Tuta being sold off, not really replacing those adequately, especially defensively, focusing almost too much on attack. Then the rough run, which led to Dino Topmuller being let go from the club in January, Albert Riera coming in. That obviously did not go. That hire did not go anywhere near as planned. More than likely, unless a complete seeming turnaround from what we're expecting out of Riera, likely will be out at the club too. So once again, Marcus Kroenke and company are going to be needing to bring in a new manager. But yet I also look at Marcus Kroenke's also as much being the main person responsible for a lot of the success that didn't take place, a lot of the failure at the club this season on the field because of what was the recruitment. It's one part hit and miss, a lot of part in not bringing the right mix of people in, and also the not enough confident coaching, and also the players on the field themselves did not step up. Dare I say, seemed kind of diva-like throughout the season. And, dare I say that it's unfortunate that they didn't get Europe for 26-27, but perhaps in a way this side didn't deserve Europe. And that's a hard thing to say to round it off. So we'll see what happens going into in this offseason as leading into the summer of 26 as they prepare for 26-27. The Frauen finished their campaign off hosting Union Berlin at the Bretnobad, falling behind 2 goals early on. However, the Frauen were able to scratch and claw their way back, get a 4-2 win to finish in 3rd in the Frauen Bundesliga table for the 5th consecutive season. What that means is Eintracht Frankfurt will be playing in the 2nd round of UEFA Champions League qualifying. If they get past the 2nd round, they'll be to the 3rd round, and then if they get past in the 3rd round, it'll be a Champions League the league phase of the Champions League. So they're also going to be some turnover on the Frauen side. When you look at the news that came out from the club earlier this week, as far as 4 departures being confirmed by the club on the 14th. Geraldine Reutler, Nicole Anyomi, Nadine Reeson, and Elisa Sens all leaving the club at the end at season's end. I'm curious to see if there's going to be any others, but it's it'll be interesting to see how this club progresses. Questions you can start asking about Nico Arnautis, especially after the failure in the UEFA Women's Cup semifinal against Haken. And is Eintracht Frankfurt Frauen, despite finishing 3rd in a holding pattern? What do they need to do to move up to surpass Wolfsburg and then hopefully surpass Bayern Munich? Although the way Bayern Munich have been going on the Frauen side, that's very not looking likely at all. But I think Wolfsburg is doable with the right strategy. That means that it has to be a strategy and a commitment to putting the word strategy needs to be put in place. I don't really see that right now. So to me, it seems like maybe third is what we'll get at right now. But we have a whole summer to see what happens ahead of the 26-27 season. So with that said, that's the last recap of the Adler for a significant bit of time. Hope that all are well on this Sunday. Hope that all have a great weekend. Until next time, so long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, auf Deutsch, tschüss, und Forza SGA.